figured I'd take a video. I started the engine. I like to start the engine every time I come up and run it for like 10 minutes. But right now, to be honest, I'm gonna show you the exhaust. Looks like she might be burning. She definitely is burning some fuel. She's a 47-year-old engine. Volvo does not make parts specifically for this engine. You can get parts. I've fixed a few things, but you gotta be scrappy and figure it out. But let me show you the exhaust right now. It's kind of white. Let's flip this camera. Oh, I have to stop. Never mind, you can't flip while recording. Janky swim platform. It needs a new piece right there, but I just put that on there so that I could get in and out when looking at the hull. There's the rear. I haven't washed her since September, so she's got some surface. I think that maybe something happened back here. I shouldn't show you this one first. Here's the clean. Again, it's just dirty from sitting for a couple months. I think the winches are awesome. Barlow, Australia. They work really well. 2020, I don't really know. The interior, all the lines run all the way back here. I didn't clean up before. It's not like I'm ready to sail or anything, but all the lines run back here. This is the Traveler, which is right here. So there's one on either side for the Traveler. This is the actual main halyard. This is the old rigging that I said I haven't replaced yet, but it totally works fine. It does not need to be replaced. It is soft and pliable and works great. The winch fits right in there and it goes click, 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 so you can really tighten up the main right there. This is the boom bang, which, again, this is the old line. It's in great shape in my opinion. This is new line for the blue. This is the, I replaced the Traveler sheet. The blue one I think is the it's like two bangs, sort of. Let me show you. So there's the main, I guess. Maybe that's more like the sheet. Actually, this one is the sheet, basically, for the boom. And then this blue one is the bang. Right there. Here is the old school deck fitting blocks. Again, just a little bit mildewy on all the seams, but the metal is in good shape. Here are some chain plates. The chain plates go, drop in. I popped these off and put some, what's that? Acetyl tape, butyl tape under there so it's not leaking, but the plates are good. From inside, they're kind of buried in fiberglass, to be honest. I think the rigging looks really good. This is what I think also is leaking. The other side is leaking. At one point, I took it off and there's another chain plate. Stanchions. This one I think is leaking and I need to get it off, but I don't really know because it's got bolts on the far side underneath. It's just the one layer over here, I'm pretty sure. No, it's got wood, plywood underneath. So it goes through the plywood. These ones I think are probably leaking, but these go directly into the chain locker. This was here when I got it. There's a hole there where once I get the anchor roller in, the chain, you can just go right down to the chain locker. There's a bunch of chain in there. I just don't have a good seal cap for it yet. Front cleats, anchor cleats. Roller furler again. She's just dirty from being here for so long. But here's the line for the. She really does not look that bad after you get her sprayed down. Yeah. The furler works great. I've never had any problems with the roller furler. I don't know what she is. Anyway, this one, the windows were leaking when I got her, and this is where I took off the other. So the other handrail, grab rail, had a missing bung, and this one. And when I first got the boat, she was leaking, and I pulled it off, and some of the bolts got stuck in, like the nuts were embedded inside the wood, and so it was kind of a mess. But it's all sealed up now. I need to add, like the epoxy kind of sank in. I need to add more epoxy, level it, and then resync the nuts and bolts. Put the grab wheel back on. Here's the new hatch I have made. It's 100% acrylic. I have a insulating foam on the inside right now, but it seals perfectly. It's great. It's in a lot of light, but it's frosted so people can't peep on you. Here's the mask. I don't know if this is broken when I got it. I'm not gonna end up cutting it off. This I replaced. It was cracked right here, so I bought a new one for the boom bang. Could take off this, I guess. Okay, so here's the mast. The main halyard runs down to a block, runs back along the deck to the winch there, or you could use this winch here. I think this is right now the halyard for the jib, the furler, just kind of locked down there. Never used that line ever. I've never used it, so I'm sure I probably should have at some point in time. But all the winches work great. Another Barlow. They all work great. This side on the chain plates, before I knew what I was doing, when this came up, I had extra epoxy, and I was a little bit worried about the leaks over here. Before I learned about butyl tape, I poured some epoxy. I opened up these and I poured some epoxy kind of in there, trying to seal up that. That was stupid. It's a mess. It's my fault. I did that. But sorry. All the rigging, I think looks good. She's an old boat. It's 47 years old. Oh yeah, there was a leak. There was like a crack in the, oh here it is. It was right here. There was a hole in the fiberglass right there that I just patched up with some sealant. It just looks like it's just regular old muck. But that's sealed up so that the leaks on here. Yeah. She has a brand new tiller inside. It's just dirty. Fortunately, it's kind of dirty. Just because she's been sitting. Stuff grows on these boats when you let them sit for a couple months. Anyway, let's look at, so she's been running now for about 10 minutes. She's still smoking quite a bit, which is actually more than I thought. But again, these old boats, that's what you're gonna get with an older boat.